Right, so lads, these are SupraCruz planer boards. You get them as a pair. Got these off Mike Conway. These are the best on the market as far as I've heard. I've used them a few times, they do work. So the way you use these, they basically take the lures wide of the boat to give you a bigger spread if you're trolling. So I'm just using a little Rapala there. All I'm doing is casting out behind the boat, just about 20-30 yards. Just let it out to whatever depth you want it to troll back at. So that'll do me. Grab the main line, then you get your board. The clip goes here, then the lower clip goes on that as well. Onto the main line, pull it nice and snug, and then basically just drop it out. The speed of the boat just drags the planer out wide of the boat. Gets your lure away from the boat, gives you a big spread. Trout can be flighty at days, you know, it gets them away from the engine. And you're covering more ground then you're trolling along. Because you've one lure 30 yards that way and the other one's going to be 30 yards that way. Away from the engine, the trout won't notice that at all. So yeah, all you do then is drop your rod into your holder. Your lure's fishing away from the boat. Take your other rod, just cast it out, count it down to whatever depth you want. I like to let a bit of line out, just gets it down a bit with the Rapalas. That'll do. Grab your main line. Same thing again, put your clip on your main line and then the lower clip onto the line. If you get a big enough fish, that will release. Pull it nice and snug, you know. That's perfect. Then all you do is drop it out. The speed of the boat's going to take that wide of nice and wide. All I'm doing is letting out a bit of line. It's taking it nice and wide. I'll probably set it out there at about 20 or 30 feet just to give a nice little spread away from the boat. This can be very good for getting the bigger trout, the smarter trout. They can hear the engine, they'll shoot out wide, but then your planer boards with your lure behind it, that'll nab them. So it's a good way of spreading out your options. So now that's it. Put it back into the rod holder. Perfect. So I have one lure out over there and the other one's off over there. You're covering more ground as you're trolling along. They're not both stuck together. Really, really useful pieces of kit. Sorry. Now